Hello and welcome back to another video of EUC in Austin. This is Rachel and we are here in Chapperosa Park in Laguna Niguel, California. This is our video of our trip recently to Orange County, California, where I grew up actually. And we are going to Salt Creek Beach here on this trail. Now, I just want to say that this trail, we were supposed to go on the Salt Creek Trail to Salt Creek Beach, but we made a wrong turn, or we missed the turn. And so this is the video going through the Niguel Road route on the street view. But I do have a video, I need to go edit it. I have some footage of the Salt Creek Trail that we actually did ride, because we went back and we rode that trail, and it goes all the way to the beach. And so here we are starting on the trail. Again, we started in the parking lot in Chapperosa Park. It's a gorgeous day out here. I believe this was in the morning. Nice day for a ride, excellent weather. This was in December, this past December 2022. Happy New Year again if you missed my last video. And here we go. Here we are slowing down, watching for pedestrians. As I mentioned in my last video, when you do see pedestrians, you're riding on an electric vehicle such as the electric unicycle, you kind of want to just slow down for these pedestrians, because you never know, especially if they have small children, animals, dogs. You just want to just be aware. Okay, here is another pedestrian here. And so sorry about the camera noise. Sorry about the wind. I'm on my GoPro Hero 8 and riding here. We had to take our smaller vehicles because we drove all the way from Texas to Orange County, where we have family and friends in California, to visit there. So our car was completely packed, so we had to bring the smaller wheels with us. And I was just talking about riding etiquette. You want to stay in your lane. As you see, my husband there and my daughter. It's just like driving, you know, you stay in the right-hand lane. And they're continuing to do the carving, which is a riding technique I had mentioned in the last video. So you see them going from side to side. It's just the riding technique when you do have these electric unicycles. And we're slowing down here. There's another pedestrian. But it is a great day for a ride. So again, watch out for pedestrians when you are on these vehicles. You see my husband waving at them. We usually do a little wave. People get excited. It was funny because people had never actually seen these in California where we had visited. So I was very surprised. Again, they are doing the carving, which is a riding technique here, and going side to side, side to side. When we first started out, actually, I was standing up straight on my electric unicycle, and it's not good to do that because you could actually fall over and knock down, especially if you go on a pothole or something in the road. You want to brace yourself, and you want to bend your legs when you are riding these things. But let me talk to you about what we're riding. I am riding my InMotion V8S. And I'm not on the V11. Actually, it's still in repair right now, if you caught my last video. My daughter is riding the M103, which is a Bagode wheel. And my husband is riding the Mountain Climber. I believe that's also by Bagode. And these are smaller wheels, which made them portable and easier for us to bring from Texas to California, because we took the car and the dog and all that. So here we're making a right turn. This is Anderson. We're trying to get on the Salt Creek Trail here, so it gets kind of confusing. Which way do we go? We made a left here. We had actually seen some videos of it before we left for Orange County. So looking at the scenery, I tend to look at the scenery a lot in this video. So if you see me panning towards the mountains or towards the ocean at the end, I just want to make sure that y'all see all that. So right now we are on this road, and I love this because there are no cars. There's no car access here. It's just a paved trail here for riders or walkers, so you don't have to deal with that. Now we're slowing down. We kind of got lost at this point. We're at the Antonio's Italian restaurant on Niguel Road, and there it is right there. And I have a lot of titles in this video, and I'm going to continue to do it more as a tour guide. So if you want to ride in these areas, you kind of know where we started, where we're at different parts of the video. And that was one of the reasons why I started doing this. It was my husband's idea to do these trail rides of us riding the electric unicycle. Okay, we're going in a tunnel. Got to slow down. As I've mentioned in my past videos, when you do see a tunnel, because you never know what's in there. And also, if you're turning a corner, you want to slow down as well, too. You never know who's coming from the other side. So here we're slowing down, and we're not quite sure which way to go. It gets kind of confusing here. And so we're going up this way, and there's a gated area right here. I believe we should have gone right there, that other trail, to go on the Salt Creek Trail. Now we're making a right here, slowing down as we go along. But you'll see it. I believe it winded around. We should have made a right where that gated area was that was closed off, because the trail was actually paralleling where we're going. So it's actually on the right-hand side. And at the end of the video, we did miss the trail. We're riding the Niguel Road. Towards the end of the video, I will show you where the trail is coming back. At this point in the video, we just didn't know which way to go. So we were not aware that the trail was actually on the right-hand side of where we're at right now. So we're going back here to Niguel Road, and it's right there on the right if you missed it, but you'll see it later. Okay, we're at Beacon Hill and Niguel Road. We are riding to Salt Creek Beach here. So Beacon Hill here is on the left-hand side. And yeah, it's funny because I grew up here in this area in Orange County. So to kind of come back as an adult, this is kind of where I grew up. And we are on Niguel Road heading towards Salt Creek Beach here. Niguel Road is on the left-hand side. And this is going to take us all the way to Salt Creek Beach. I remember that beach as a kid because I did go there. There's a trail there on the right. That's a Salt Creek Trail. And so we missed that turn where that gated area was in the earlier part of the video. My husband had just turned around, made the U-turn, and we should have made that right, and it actually winds around, and then you see the trail right now on your right-hand side. And that trail right there on the right-hand side goes all the way to the beach. So we are taking a detour. This is the Niguel Road route. So if you are interested in taking this route, I wanted to make sure to do a video on how exactly we got there. And we are going uphill back up to Niguel Road. So these vehicles are amazing. It is much faster than walking, that's for sure. And faster than riding a manual bike. So these electric unicycles are great. And again, if you have any questions about that, there's the trail again on the right. Feel free to let me know. I'd be happy to answer any questions you have about the electric unicycle. Okay, here they are, my husband and my daughter. They are carving, which again is a riding technique that should be applied when you are riding these electric unicycles. You should always bend your legs a little bit so that you can brace yourself for bumps or potholes or anything that comes up. My husband tends to bend his legs a little bit more when he sees some bump coming up in the road. Another thing you can do is actually just avoid the bump if you see it. That's kind of what I do altogether if you can. If not, you just have to brace yourself to ride over the bump. When you see it, or if it gets there too quick. So that's just good. It makes you a better rider to be riding that way instead of not being a good rider. Okay, here we are again. Niguel Road is on the left-hand side. This is Salt Creek Beach, and this is basically a path for pedestrians, bikers, us as electric unicycle riders to go along to get to Salt Creek Beach. We started again in Laguna Niguel, California at Chapperosa Park. We are heading to Dana Point, as that is where the Salt Creek Beach is. So we're getting to the stoplight here, and we are at Niguel Road and Ridgeway. Ridgeway, you still see Beacon Hill there on your left. And looks like we're getting to this crosswalk. Again, you just want to look. Make sure there's no cars. We're crossing the street here. There's Beacon Hill. And we're continuing on here on this trail. This was, again, in December of 2022 on our recent visit to California in Orange County. We're heading to the beach because where we are here in Central Texas, we're not very close to the beach, and I don't remember the last time that we actually went to the beach. So this is bringing back memories for me as a kid going to the beach. It's amazing that these trails were here when I was a kid, but I never used them. I had mentioned in the prior videos that as a kid, I did ski and I did roller skate and I did ride my regular bicycle. But when I did those things, it would just be in the neighborhood. I never went out to go on these paths. And my husband had made that comment that where I grew up in Orange County, it's made to do this, which is great. So, we go out back every year during Christmas. So this is something we're going to continue. Okay, we are at Niguel Road and Charles Street here, heading towards the Salt Creek Beach. Again, that's San Marin, I guess, that home development there on the left. And if you live in this area and you've gone on these trails, or if you've gone to the beach and taken this route, or if you've taken the other route, the Salt Creek Trail to the beach, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your experience, whether you're a fellow electric unicycle rider, an e-bike rider, or just you just went in your regular bike, or as a pedestrian. I'd love to hear your experiences on these trails in this area, if you actually live here in the area. And there is a sign there on the left, Laguna Niguel, I believe. So we are leaving Laguna Niguel. We're heading towards Dana Point. And we are coming up to Niguel Road and Camino del Avion here. And we're continuing our ride to Salt Creek Beach. It is pretty busy here. There are a lot of cars. So if you do hear wind noise, again, I apologize for that. It is on my GoPro 8 as we continue to ride. So we're crossing the street here. You always got to make sure about the cars making a right when you are crossing the crosswalk, because sometimes people don't look. And again, I had mentioned I do make eye contact with these cars. Give it the 5-10 seconds to make that eye contact. There's a fellow biker right there riding the bike line. Again, give it 5 to 10 seconds to make eye contact with the driver before you go. Here's Project Social at Niguel Road on the left-hand side, just to give you an idea of where we're at here. And we are entering Monarch Beach, and we are here, the city of Dana Point. So it did not take that long for us to go from Laguna Niguel to Dana Point on this electric unicycle. So you can see how much time you actually cut yourself by using these electric vehicles. It's great. It would have taken us forever to walk. And here we are at Niguel Road and Monarch Beach Drive. There's the biker there on the left. And we're just kind of slowing down because there are pedestrians here. Continuing on this path. What I like is it's all paved and these sidewalks are so wide. There's nice and wide, a lot of room to actually ride our electric unicycle, and then enough room for if someone comes the other way to actually just get out of the way. There is a pedestrian coming, so my husband, when you see him turning his head towards my daughter, he's telling her to slow down, basically. But when we see these pedestrians again, and oh, there's a dog, we want to slow down, especially when there are dogs and small children. We are here at the Ritz Point Communities because you never know what they're going to do. And I had mentioned in that other video, the last one that I uploaded, that the dogs are trained, actually I think it's inherent, to chase cars, chase things that are fast. So you don't want to be too fast when you're going past a dog, otherwise he'll try to chase you, versus going very, very slow. I know it's the opposite. If you are going slow and the dog is still chasing you and you are on the electric unicycle, if it's safe, either just step off the vehicle and walk it, nice day, or just try to zip away, but always be safe. Here on our channel, EUC in Austin, we're all about safety. And again, these are for, this channel is for families, people who are interested in the electric unicycle. Here we are at Niguel Road and the Monarch Beach Resort. We're here on the club on the right-hand side. Waldorf Astoria here is on the right-hand side. Very fancy. And here we are, Monarch Beach Resort, Waldorf Astoria. Very, very, very fancy. Gives me memories as a child growing up in this area. And as we go along, you will see the Ritz-Carlton. I remember going there with my parents as a kid at the Ritz-Carlton on the beach. So here we are, we're slowing down. Watch out for cars. We're here at the Grand Monarch. Here, you see that sign. And here I am slowing down. And throughout the video, you'll hear me, say audio, basically where we're at. It just helps when I put these videos in the video editor, and put my titles here. Okay, we are at Niguel Road and Stonehill Drive here at the Salt Creek Beach, going towards the Salt Creek Beach. We're slowing down because it is a crosswalk, and we do see some pedestrians there. I believe they're on bicycles, it looks like. So we're just going to slow down here, and then we've got to wait for the crosswalk before we can cross. Okay, we're back. We're ready to ride. Going towards Salt Creek Beach. We just crossed the crosswalk. So as you can see, the path actually got pretty narrow. I believe it was cut in half here. So we've got to ride pretty slow here, just in case there are pedestrians or bikers that come this way, or any pedestrians with using strollers. And you'll see throughout the video, either they'll get out of the way or we'll try to move to the side. And again, if it's not safe to go past the pedestrians, just get off the wheel and then walk it. And there's a little trolley handle on a lot of these wheels, just kind of like a suitcase, that you can walk the wheel. And you'll see my husband doing that in the video later on. Okay, here we are, and we are at Niguel Road and Mariner Drive. Again, we're heading towards Salt Creek Beach. There's a pedestrian with the dog, so we are going very slow. And I believe that is the Dana Point Library, the OC Libraries, group of libraries. That's the Dana Point branch there ahead on the right-hand side. So my daughter is riding here. You'll see her mount. There she goes. And my husband, he is walking his vehicle. Sometimes he does it if it's too busy because it's safer to walk the vehicle. And you'll see him here mounting on the vehicle here. That is the mountain climber. Here he goes. There he goes. And there's my daughter mounting. And I'm going too. I'm zipping away. I think I had actually walked the electric unicycle and then I got on. So here we go. I am riding again the V8S, and we're coming towards Niguel Road and Pacific Coast Highway, heading towards Salt Creek Beach in Dana Point, California. Okay, we're going very slow here because the sidewalk, as you can see, it has narrowed down. There's a Sea Terrace Park on the right-hand side. Again, Niguel Road and Pacific Coast Highway. It is very busy right here. See that car there making a right? You got to be careful when you cross. And here we go again, ready to ride. And we had just waited for the crosswalk. So we are crossing, and we're getting very close to the Ritz-Carlton. I remember going here as a kid with my parents and family. So here we go, and we are super close to the Salt Creek Beach. And here's Ritz-Carlton Drive. Salt Creek Beach. You're going to see the Ritz-Carlton. It's going to be on the left-hand side. But basically, Niguel Road turns into Ritz-Carlton Drive once you get to this area. And the water is right in front of us, that blue, if you see it. It kind of blends in with the sky. But you'll see it when we get there and we get closer. So here's the Ritz-Carlton here on the left-hand side. Remember there, going there as a kid. And there's a parking lot here on the right. And we're kind of trying to figure out how to get there. Do we make a left or do we make a right? So I'll kind of show you the way that we went when we got here to this area. So we are going to cross this crosswalk here. And we're having a conversation. Yeah. There's a beach right there to the right. How do we get to the beach? So we are crossing this crosswalk. There's the Ritz-Carlton right there. There you go. There's the Ritz-Carlton. And we are trying to find beach access. And so we're trying to see if there's a path that we can go down, an area for beach access. There we are going towards those stairs there and for beach access, but there is no path, so that's not very safe. Even if we try to walk it down, it's pretty steep. This is actually a tunnel underneath, so we are actually going to go back, and there's a tunnel across the street to get to the beach. I do remember now that tunnel as a kid when I would come to this beach, Salt Creek Beach in Dana Point, California. So we are kind of slowing down here, going across the street, watching out for cars. And now we're ready to ride back. Okay, so now we're going the other way towards the parking lot. And I do remember this as a kid. It's all coming back. It's been a while. So we're going to do the tunnel access here in the parking lot at Salt Creek Beach. And I do remember that tunnel as a kid, and that hill we had to go down and up as a kid. So here's the tunnel here. You'll see us. We are going to make a left here, going towards beach access. Okay, there's a surfer there, and we got to slow down because we're going underneath this tunnel. And so that was the street, Ritz-Carlton Drive above us, and the stairs here are on the left-hand side. Going through this tunnel, slowing down for pedestrians. See those stairs there on the left? That was where we were at. So we made it here at Salt Creek Beach. So nice and beautiful that we made it. Here are some surfers, and we've got a surfer here making a comment. So he's digging our EUCs here at Salt Creek Beach in Dana Point, California. And it is a very, very beautiful day, slowing down here for pedestrians. There's a lot of pedestrians in this area, so we really got to slow it down. And if you are just starting out, you get some practice before you ride around pedestrians, because you don't want any accidents. Okay, we made it here at Salt Creek Beach, EUC in Austin. There is the beautiful water. Again, we are slowing down for pedestrians, dogs, kids, another surfer. Lots of surfers here. This is in the morning, I believe, here in December 2022 during our last visit to California, where we drove from Texas. So here we go, enjoying the beautiful ocean. And just riding around. The scenery is great. It's all coming back to me as a kid. It's been so long since I've been to this beach. There's my shadow there on the GoPro. And I will tell you, I'm not doing the carving like my husband and my daughter is, because I want to keep the camera steady for you as a viewer. So you see me just standing up straight when you do see my shadow here. But it's beautiful. It is so beautiful and clean. I know there's a lot of other beaches in California that are not as clean as this. Or maybe we just caught it on a good day where the beach has been cleaned up. But as you can see, it is a beautiful day. And I keep some of the sound when I do these videos so you can listen in on the environment. You can probably hear what's going on while we do our rides. And then I do these commentaries and voiceovers so you can kind of get some information about what we're doing. There's a pedestrian there with a dog. And you see me and my husband, we waved to the pedestrian. It's just a good thing, and it's good PR for electrical unicycle riders, EUC riders, to just be friendly, why not, to other people. So as I had said, I was very, very surprised that a lot of people on our trip to California, when they saw us on these electric unicycles, they didn't even know what they were. So I had mentioned in the other video that we saw more e-bikes than electrical unicycles or electronic skateboards. I was surprised that we didn't even see anyone riding a one-wheel. I thought we would at least see someone riding a one-wheel, which is an electronic skateboard. But here we are at the beach, and there's a lifeguard station there. We are gonna be just checking it out, scoping the area. Wanted to get some footage here so that you can kind of see where we're going. We're kind of still heading up this path just to kind of explore. My husband just loves to explore new areas, and we get to a new area, instead of stopping, he'll kind of check it out. That structure in front, I'm taking a picture here. That structure on the front, that is the restrooms. So, you know, if you need a potty break, kids need a potty break. And yes, I am riding this EUC, and I did take a picture, I did take video. And we are gonna stop here for a rest stop at the Salt Creek Beach. Okay, so we are done with our rest stop. We are ready to ride back. And again, this is the Salt Creek Beach in Dana Point, California. Beautiful day, beautiful day. There is a fellow biker. And my daughter and my husband, they went to the ocean, put their feet in the water, just, walked along the path there, closer to the water. You know what? Actually, to think of it, I don't think they put their feet in the water. They actually walked along. So sorry about that. But yeah, and they just loved it. And I, was watching our electric unicycles, and then I went for a walk along the beach. So no, we did not bring our bathing suits with us. We were just planning to ride. I do have my backpack with me with some drinks. So you see my husband and my daughter, they don't have anything that they're carrying. I'm actually the one carrying all of the equipment, including all of my camera equipment, battery chargers, snacks. Of course, you need to have a snack if you've got a family. I'm a mom. So, and our water, of course, to drink if we needed it. So there are some pedestrians here. For the most part, everyone is really nice as we ride our electric unicycles here in Orange County, California. And I didn't mention that here we are making a left. We are heading back to Chapperosa Park. Okay, so we're kind of backtracking here, watching for pedestrians, slowing down for pedestrians. But I didn't mention that that path that we took at Chapperosa Park, there was a sign that was electric vehicle friendly, which was interesting. Here are some more surfers walking down to Salt Creek Beach. I completely remember this hill as a kid. Going down was no problem, but going up, oh my goodness. I remember walking up this hill, and it felt like forever as a kid. So here's the grass area here on the left. People have picnics, relax. This was in the morning again. And we're going back to the tunnel. So again, once you go through these tunnels, you want to slow down. Watch out for any pedestrians. Taking one last view there, the greenery, because you never know what's in the tunnel or what's going to come at you from the tunnel. Okay, there's some fellow bikers. And we are leaving Salt Creek Beach, heading back to Chapperosa Park. So we're going from Dana Point, California to Laguna Niguel, California. We are leaving the beach here. This is the parking lot. And goodbye, Salt Creek Beach. Like and subscribe if y'all have enjoyed the videos that I upload here. Thank you so much if you've subscribed recently or if you've left a comment. Thank you so much for continuing to watch our channel, EUC in Austin. Now, we need to backtrack here, going back to Chapperosa Park. So we are going across here. We weren't sure which way we should go in terms of the path because we came from the other side. So here we are. We are slowing down for a pedestrian here coming towards us. Okay. And we are on the sidewalk. Okay. This is Ritz-Carlton Drive. We are leaving Salt Creek Beach. And again, this actually turns into Niguel Road. Once we cross PCH, it will be Niguel Road. So we're crossing the street here. And we want to watch for cars. Always make eye contact. See my husband, he waved to that car. And here we go towards PCH. And now it's going to turn into Niguel Road. So we are at Niguel Road and Pacific Coast Highway, heading back to Chapperosa Park. I know it gets kind of confusing in terms of the streets, because this does turn into Ritz-Carlton Drive once you get to the beach. So I wanted to let you know that. And we are slowing down here again for a crosswalk. And here we go, crossing the street. You see my husband there walking the EUC with the trolley handle. It's kind of cool because it's just like a suitcase. And I can do the same thing as well too. So We're just slowing down because we've got to cross. You see my daughter there going in circles. She loves to do that. Okay, here we go, crossing the street, and you see my husband walking the EUC, the electric unicycle, as he crosses the street. It's just because it's a very busy intersection here at Pacific Coast Highway and Niguel Road, so he doesn't want to take any chances with me and my daughter being with us, so he'd rather just walk it. So you're going to see him mount his unicycle here, the mountain climber. That is a Sea Terrace Community Park there, Dana Point. And he's pointing it out to me. If I had seen that on the way, I don't think I did. Okay, so we are ready to ride back to Chapperosa Park. And again, here on the left is the Sea Terrace Park in Dana Point. Cool. Very cool. I think it's just kind of adjacent to the library here, the Dana Point Library. And we are going to go through the parking lot. My husband likes to go through the parking lot sometimes just to explore new areas. So, and find shortcuts as well too, which is kind of fun to go through these parking lots to find new routes. This is the Dana Point Library on your left, and this is the parking lot here. So we're going to cross the street, and if you see in the background there, there's someone roller skating, which is kind of cool. Doing their dance on their roller skate. Very cool. Very cool. Brings back memories when I roller skated as a kid. And we are continuing on. We are at Niguel Road and Mariner Drive, heading back to Chapperosa Park, where we had started our ride. Again, we just came from the Salt Creek Beach in Dana Point, California, heading back. Now, this is a very narrow sidewalk, so we're kind of slowing it down here and just being careful. There's my daughter doing her carving. But thank you so much for continuing to watch these videos that I had mentioned before. We really appreciate it. And there's a pedestrian there, so we want to kind of slow things down, and they are moving out of the way for us, which was very nice that they actually did that. My husband just waved at that pedestrian. Everyone was so nice on our trip when they saw us. We didn't get any weird stares. Everyone just smiled, so maybe it has something to do with having a lot of sun around and the beach. Okay, we are at Niguel Road and Stonehill Drive here. Again, heading back to Chapperosa Park. We're slowing down because it looks like we need to cross the street at this crosswalk here. So we've got to wait for this crosswalk before we can cross the street here. Okay, now there's a pedestrian there. My husband is walking the vehicle because that pedestrian had a stroller. Whenever he sees that, it's advisable just to get off. Here we are, ready to ride. And I'm mounting too. I think I had actually walked my vehicle as well too. Especially when you see a stroller crossing the crosswalk, you just want to be extra safe as a rider. So that's just something that me and my husband both do. My daughter prefers to just go very slow. So there she is, and my husband doing their carving, which again is a riding technique to have good habits as an EUC, electrical unicycle rider. So we're crossing the street here. You just want to slow down the Grand Monarch here and watch out for cars that are coming up. And again, make eye contact when you see them before you cross. Okay, there's a truck there backing up for us. Very nice that he did that truck driver, or she did that. And this is I waved, my husband waved. This is the Waldorf Astoria at the Monarch Beach Resort and Club here on the left. And we are heading back. So we are at Niguel Road and Monarch Beach Resort,
right there,
heading back to Chapperosa Park. It's getting busy. We are waiting for a crosswalk here. And here we are, ready to ride back to Chapperosa Park. So I hope you are enjoying this video of our riding techniques, seeing my husband actually walk the vehicle as he crosses the street, seeing both my husband and my daughter mount the vehicle. If you have any questions about how you actually get on the electric unicycle or riding the unicycle, let me know. We did see a lot of YouTube videos before we actually got on it when we first started last year of January 2022. But honestly, the best advice I can give you, it's just like riding a bike. There's a golf club here. A golf course there. It's just like riding a bike. You just have to get on and get off of it and fall down a lot of times before you finally get it. For me, I was kind of overthinking it. But when I just started riding it, I just got it. Okay, we are again slowing down, watching for pedestrians here. There's a path there. Just kind of wanted to get that camera footage. And we're going very slow around this pedestrian here, so we don't want an accident. So going very slow. And here's another street we need to cross. Just watch out for cars, especially the cars if you're crossing, making a right. Again, you want to have eye contact. Okay, so that's Ritz Point Drive, I believe, and we are continuing along this path. So I really hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have and you've liked and subscribed the videos, thank you so much. If you know of any family members, friends, anyone you know who may be interested, please let them know about our YouTube channel, EUC in Austin. I really appreciate it. Okay, here we are at Niguel Road and Monarch Beach Drive. Again, I want to make sure that you know where we're at when I do these videos. So I have a lot of tags here and titles so that if you are interested or if you know anyone interested who want to do these rides, they know where we are riding. Start, finish, middle. So you can get an idea of where we're at. That was one of the things my husband didn't see that much of when we started this YouTube channel, where people were actually starting and ending as they rode along these trails on their electric unicycle. So that's why I decided to put together our YouTube channel, EUC in Austin. Okay, here we are at Niguel Road and Camino del Avion. We're just kind of backtracking back to Chapperosa Park where we had started, and we had actually parked in that parking lot there in Chapperosa Park. So we're kind of slowing down, heading back, and again, there's another crosswalk. That's one of the things why, that other trail I want to show you, that Salt Creek Trail, because you don't have to deal with crosswalks. So here we are crossing the street. My husband is walking the EUC because it is a very, very busy intersection, just to be on the safe side. There's my daughter doing her circles. She loves to do her, they call them donuts, going around and riding in circles while you're waiting. She loves to do that. I still need practice on my end. I don't do much of that. Okay, here we go. We are ready to ride back to Chapperosa Park, and I just mounted the vehicle. I believe I was also walking my electric unicycle as well, too. Okay, now there's the city of Laguna Niguel sign. So we are back in Laguna Niguel, back to Chapperosa Park. We just came from Dana Point, the city of Dana Point, and I guess I just noticed this on this video. The sidewalks actually are wider on the Laguna Niguel side of this path versus once we get to the Dana Point side, it gets cut in half, that sidewalk. So very interesting to note that here in the video as I do my video commentary. Okay, we are at Niguel Road and Charles. Here, this intersection, heading back to Chapperosa Park. Here we go. So if you've enjoyed this video and you have any comments, again, feel free to let me know. If you have any questions about these electric unicycles or riding together as a family, feel free to let me know in the comments. And just thank you for continuing to watch our videos. It does take time for me to do these. I am going to edit the footage of the Salt Creek Trail, which I'm going to put together in a different video so that you can see it. And that one is the one that goes all the way to Salt Creek Beach. Now we're slowing down. Again, you got to watch for pedestrians. We're just going to slow down and go past this pedestrian who is taking a light jog. And he waved to us. My husband waved to him. Okay. But yes, I do want to put together that video of the Salt Creek Trail because it is a beautiful trail to go on. So you just want to, see it, for what it is. So I have to go through all that footage myself. So that's one thing on my to-do list. Okay, we are at Niguel Road and Ridgeway here. Again, we are heading back to Chapperosa Park here, and here's another crosswalk. Now we are slowing down. We've got to wait again for this crosswalk. Okay, now we're ready to ride back to Chapperosa Park. The scenery is beautiful. And as we go down here, I will point out that Salt Creek Trail. It's going to be on the left-hand side. You can kind of see it through these trees right now. But that's the trail that I was talking about. We missed the turn. My husband's looking at that trail. I think he's noticing it right now. When earlier part in the video when it got kind of confusing and we didn't know which way to go. Now we are going downhill, so we are bracing ourselves, want to be safe, and just kind of slowing down because we don't know what's coming out on the other side going towards us. We're going down this hill. And I'm going to point it out here as we go down the hill, the Salt Creek Beach Trail. It's called actually the Salt Creek Trail, but it goes to Salt Creek Beach. And it's just basically a trail from Chapperosa Park all the way to Salt Creek Beach. And you don't have to deal with crosswalks or intersections. It's here on the left-hand side. If you could see that path right there on the left-hand side, it goes all the way. It's beautiful. It's a great trail. If you are in the area or you're visiting the area, I highly suggest you check it out. And again, I do still have to put some video footage together of it. I have to edit a video that we did of the trail because my husband, he wanted to go back since, we were only visiting California for a certain period of time for the Christmas and New Year holiday. He wanted to go back and actually ride that trail because that's why we came to this area here to ride that trail. And so we just didn't want to miss out. So we did go back, and I do have video footage of that trail, but it's there. If you see it on the left-hand side towards the mountains, it kind of blends in, so you just kind of have to look for it. But it's on the left-hand side. It is the Salt Creek Trail, and it goes all the way to Salt Creek Beach there. You can still see it as we go along this trail that parallels Niguel Road. So we just made a wrong turn. It got really confusing, and that's the reason why I wanted to put this video together so that if you want to ride that trail or any of the trails that we do videos for, or if you know someone, a friend or a family member, then you have these videos to reference. So that's kind of why we're doing the channel. But also I am the historian of the family, so I do tend to take a lot of pictures. My husband is pointing out the trail there. See that fence there, that white fence, that is part of the trail. So we are heading back. We're at Beacon Hill and Niguel Road back to Chapperosa Park. But you see that fence there, that is part of the trail. We should have made that right when we were at that gated area, but we actually missed the turn. We were so close. Okay. And here's a pedestrian. See that trail there? It's on the left-hand side. We are slowing down here for pedestrians, but it kind of just winded around to go back. You can kind of see it right now. See that path there? It kind of winds around going towards the left. we just missed that turn. So, yeah. Of course, we did go back, and I do have footage. My husband is pointing this out right now to me and my daughter that we missed the turn, and that is a trail. You see that gated area there? We should have made the right at the gated area.
Really?
Oh, it was so close. So close, but unfortunately, we missed that turn. So once we got to the gated area, we should have made that right. You can kind of see it here to go around, and it'll veer to the left right there.
Okay.
So on the left-hand side, it's that way.
Here's the
So we're
tunnel.
going back because we've already had our time riding, and we're back in the tunnel here. So again, I can't see anything. Slow down because you never know what's going to come out on the other side. And we are making a left back to Chapperosa Park. We are almost there, back to Chapperosa Park, back on this trail, heading back to Chapperosa Park in Laguna Niguel, California. And here we are again. We are paralleling, I believe, Niguel Road here. It broke off. And we are heading back to the park. So there my husband and my daughter, they're doing their riding technique, the carving. So very cool. I'm not doing that again because I'm trying to steady the camera so you have a nice viewing experience. But that's basically how you should ride as an electric unicycle rider, and you always want to bend your knees so that you can brace yourself for anything that you may not see, like a pothole or a speed bump or a bump in the road that you don't see. Otherwise, if you're standing straight up, you're going to fall. So, and not have balance. Okay, we are making a right here back to Chapperosa Park. I think it kind of got confusing in this area as well, too. Just wave to some of these workers, contractors here, making a left to go back to the park. So again, we are back on the trail in Chapperosa Park here. We're going towards Chapperosa Park in Laguna Niguel, California. And it is just a gorgeous day. It's a beautiful day here in Laguna Niguel, California, on our ride to Salt Creek Beach. This is a really nice trail to ride. Okay, so we are slowing down. We do see a couple of pedestrians actually, so walking very slow. So we just want to slow down for them as well too. And that's what's so great about these personal electric vehicles. They just get you, to and fro somewhere faster than walking. It's not as fast as a car, but we're going back to Chapperosa Park again. But it'll get you there faster than walking or even riding a manual bike. Because when you're on a bike, you do get tired. We do get tired on these if we've been riding for hours, but riding for an hour or two, it's not a big deal. And that's why we also have rest stops, and it gives us a chance to explore as well too. And thank you again for watching our video here on our ride to Salt Creek Beach. And again, we missed that turn. I do want to share with you the Salt Creek Trail that we did want to go on when we came here. We are slowing down for a pedestrian here looking at us. What's that? Everyone was so friendly on our visit to California. And I think having the sun, having the beach, it makes a difference. So again, thank you so much for watching. We're getting close to the end here of the video. Please like and subscribe our channel, EUC in Austin. And if you do have any suggestions on any trails that you'd like to see in the Austin area, because that's where we mainly focus on, feel free to drop it down below in the comments. We do these other trails when we visit, so I've got a lot of footage of our trip to California in different areas within Orange County, because that's where we were staying, and that's where I grew up as well too. But thank you so much for continuing to watch these videos, commenting, subscribing, letting your friends and family know about EUC in Austin. Again, we are almost there, back to Chapperosa Park where we started. So I do hope to put together that video of the Salt Creek Trail. That was the path that we missed, for next time, so that you can kind of check it out and also compare the two. And if you are in the area, maybe you want to do both, you know, the better, just to kind of explore. So here we are getting close to Chapperosa Park. And it's funny because I actually, growing up as a kid, I played softball here. I was on the softball team. So it's bringing back memories. So here we are back at the park here at the end of our ride, getting back to the parking lot. And there's the dugout here on the right-hand side. And thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. We are pretty much all done for this ride and this video of the Salt Creek Beach ride we had in Orange County, California. Thank you so much. See you next time. Bye.